Hello, and welcome back to Slow English, the channel where you learn English through simple, real stories. Today's story is called Working from Home. This is an A2-level story. The words are simple, the sentences are short, and I will speak slowly and clearly. The story is about a young man called Tom. Today is his first day working from home. He thinks it will be easy. He is wrong. Are you ready? Let's begin. It was a Monday morning in November. Tom sat down at his desk at 8:55. He had a cup of coffee, his laptop, and his notebook. He was ready. He had been working at his company for 2 years. He always went to the office. But last week, his manager had sent an email. The whole team could work from home on Mondays and Fridays. Tom had been excited. No commute, no crowded train, no uncomfortable office chair. He could work in his own flat, in his own clothes, at his own pace. He opened his laptop. The first meeting was at 9 o'clock, a team check-in call. He clicked the link. "Good morning, everyone," said his manager on screen. 8 small faces looked back from their home offices, kitchen tables, spare bedrooms. One person who appeared to be in a very large wardrobe. Tom smiled and waved. Then his phone rang. He looked at it. It was his mum. He declined the call. His mum called again. He declined again. A text arrived. "Tom, why aren't you answering? Are you ill?" He typed back quickly. "In a meeting, Mum. Working from home today. Call you later." 3 seconds later. "Oh, sorry. Good luck. I'll make you a casserole." Tom looked at the screen. His manager was talking about the week's priorities. He nodded seriously and tried to look like he had been listening the whole time. After the meeting, Tom felt good. He had a clear list of tasks. He made a second cup of coffee. He put on some quiet music. He opened the document he needed to work on. For the first 40 minutes, everything went well. He wrote 3 paragraphs. He answered 4 emails. He felt productive and efficient and slightly smug about the whole working from home situation. Then he got hungry. It was only 10:15. He never ate before 11 at the office. But here, the kitchen was 12 steps away. He went to get a biscuit. He came back with 3 biscuits and a banana. At 10:45, he went to get a glass of water. He came back having also made toast. At 11, he told himself he would work solidly until 1 o'clock. At 11:20, his downstairs neighbor started hoovering. Loudly. For a very long time. Tom put in his earphones. At 11:45, there was a knock at the door. A delivery. He spent 4 minutes trying to find where to put the parcel because the hallway was full. He sat back down at 12. He looked at the document. He had written half a page. He had expected to have written 4 pages by now. He took a deep breath and started typing. After lunch, which he ate at his desk, which he knew was bad for him but did anyway, Tom felt more focused. The afternoon was quieter. The neighbor had stopped hoovering. His phone was on silent. He closed all the browser tabs he had opened for no reason. A recipe website, the weather forecast, a Wikipedia article about penguins that he genuinely couldn't explain. He worked steadily for 90 minutes. The document grew. He felt the satisfying feeling of real progress. At 2:30, he had a one-to-one video call with his manager, Priya. Priya: "Hey Tom, how's the first WFH Monday going?" Tom: "Really well, actually. I've got a lot done this afternoon." Priya: "Great. The mornings can be tricky at first. It takes a bit of getting used to." Tom: "Yes, I had a few interruptions." Priya: "Everyone does. My first WFH day, my cat walked across my keyboard during a client call and sent an email consisting entirely of the letter G. Tom laughed. How many G's? Priya. 47. The client thought it was a password. Tom. What did you say? Priya. I said it was a technical issue. She smiled. Anyway, how are you getting on with the Evans report? Tom. About halfway through. I'll have it done by end of play today. Priya. Perfect. That's all I needed to know. Good work, Tom. Tom worked until 5:30. The last 2 hours were the best of the day. The flat was quiet. The light outside was fading, the dark blue of a November late afternoon. He had his desk lamp on. He had a fresh cup of tea. He finished the Evans report at 5:15. He read through it once, made 2 small changes, and sent it to Priya. Then he sat back and stretched his arms above his head. Done. He looked around his flat. It was the same flat he had left this morning, or rather, had not left. The same walls, the same plants, the same pile of books on the coffee table, but it felt slightly different, as if the flat had become something else today, not just a place he came back to, but a place he worked from too. He was not sure how he felt about that. He closed his laptop. He stood up, put on his coat and his shoes, and went outside for a walk, something he never did when he came home from the office, but which today felt absolutely necessary. The cold November air hit him immediately. He walked for 20 minutes, around the park, past the shops, down to the canal, and back. When he came home, he felt completely different, better, clearer. Back in the flat, Tom called his mum. Mum, Tom, how was it? Did you enjoy working from home? Tom, it was mixed. The morning was a disaster. The afternoon was actually really good. Mum, what happened in the morning? Tom, I got distracted, ate too much. The neighbor hoovered for 40 minutes. I opened a Wikipedia article about penguins. Mum, penguins? Tom, I don't want to talk about it. His mum laughed. You'll get better at it. It just takes practice. Tom, did you ever work from home? Mum, for a while, yes. When you and your sister were small. The trick is to treat it like a real working day. Get dressed properly. Don't work from the sofa. Have a proper lunch break. Go outside at least once. Tom, I did go outside. At the end. Mum, good. Start doing it in the morning too. Even 10 minutes. It makes a difference. Tom, okay. I'll try that on Friday. Mum, good boy. The casserole is in the freezer for you, by the way. I dropped it round while you were on your walk. Tom looked toward the kitchen. Through the glass of the oven door, he could see the corner of a casserole dish on the counter. He had not heard a thing. Tom, Mum, how did you get in? Mum, you gave me a spare key. Tom, that was for emergencies. Mum, a son who doesn't eat properly is an emergency. A pause. Love you. Tom, love you too, Mum. That evening, Tom made a list. He wrote it in his notebook, the same one he had put on the desk that morning, untouched all day. WFH rules. 1. Go outside in the morning. 2. No biscuits before 11. 3. Close browser tabs. 4. Phone on silent during work hours. 5. Do not open Wikipedia. He looked at the list. Then he added 6. Change the spare key lock. He cooked the casserole for dinner. It was, as always, excellent. He sat on the sofa, ate his dinner, and thought about the day. The difficult morning, the good afternoon, the walk, the cold air, the canal. He thought, I could get used to this. Not the penguins, not the hoovering, not the biscuits, but the rest of it. Yes, he could get used to the rest of it. And that is the end of today's story, Working from Home. I hope you enjoyed it. Work from home vocabulary is very useful. Words like commute, meeting, distracted, productive, manager, and task are all common in professional English conversations. And if you have ever worked from home, you know exactly how Tom's morning felt. If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe and click the notification bell. A new story every week. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you next time.